Hopefully your page looks like mine. It says warm up at the top and then below it, it says subtracting integers. Keep looking. So we did the number line, we did some homework, some more modeling integers. We used the number line and did some homework. We looked at rules with adding, and now we did some homework there. And now we are subtracting integers. So if you're not caught up to this point, you should be doing some work at home. You shouldn't have homework in here unless you're absent or just choosing not to use your time in class wisely, right? So 9 minus 2 is what? 7. Is that the same as 9 plus a negative 2?
No.
Yes, yes it is. What's 9 plus a negative 2? Also 7. So when we start at 9 and move back on the number line 2 places, we get to 7. Same thing here. Negative moves us to the left. So subtraction moves us to the left. Negative moves us to the left. So if you see a minus in front of a number, we can assume that it is negative. What about 12 minus 8? What is 12 minus 8? 4. So for number 2, we're going to put 4. Is that the same thing as 12 plus a negative 8? Yes. Because if we start at the 12 and we move to the left 8, we would be at the 4. Negative 7 minus 1. Well, if we start at negative 7 and we move to the left 1, we're at where, Cameron? Your Chromebook should be closed. Your packet should be out.
Oh my God.
That's fine. You should still be listening. When I'm talking, you're focused on what we're doing. All right. So negative 7 minus 1. What'd you have there, mister? I've already got this done.
What?
No. That's why you need to pay attention. If I'm at a negative 7, imagine your number line, guys. Eli, where do I go? You just said that, so let's listen. It's not 6. Good, I heard somebody over there. Not 8, but negative 8, yes. The girls had it. So if I start at a negative 7 and I move to the left one, it's getting more negative. If I drew my picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more negative, I'm at negative 8, right? So that's the same here. Negative 7 plus a negative 1 is the same as negative 7 minus 1. So plus a negative is the same as subtraction. If we have a subtraction, we're adding a negative. Yes, quite quickly right here.
Yeah, why don't you just throw it out? What?
You shouldn't throw nouns. All right. Key idea. Subtracting an integer is equivalent to adding its opposite. So subtracting a 1 was like adding the opposite. Subtracting an 8 was like adding the opposite. Subtracting a 2 was like adding the opposite.
It smells like something I don't like.
All right, use number lines to show that the two expressions below are equivalent. So 8 minus 5. So start at 8. We go to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're left at a 3. Now 8. So we're starting at the 8. And we're adding a negative 5. When we add negative, we go to the left or the right. Left. So again, I'm going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my answer again is 3. So subtracting a 5 is like adding the opposite of 5, which is negative 5. Now, we're going to use the KISS phrase to help rewrite subtraction problems as addition. So we're going to keep it, and then switch. So, yes. So if we rewrite these differences as a sum, we're gonna keep it, so we're gonna write the first. Then we're switching subtraction. What's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. And we have to switch the sign of the 8, so it becomes a -8. Keep, switch. Now remember our rules. Our signs are different, so we find the difference. What's 10 minus 8? 2. Rewrite each difference as a sum. So keep it. We keep the -1. We switch our subtraction to addition and take the opposite of 6. Keep it, switch. I don't know. You don't like to kiss?
No.
Sorry. You might come to like it later on in life. I don't know.
Really, you're a teacher, you're not supposed to say
Even old people kiss.
Yeah. Oh, I see my grandmother like that. Freaky.
What's -1 plus -6? -7. All right, guys, stay focused. We know what 17 minus 2 is, but to rewrite it, we're gonna keep it, switch. What's 17 minus 2? 15. Uh-oh, this one gets a little tricky. We've got to keep it. What are we going to switch the subtraction to? Addition. What's the opposite of -8? +8. So we switch the sign. Did you guys see that? Did you notice what happened? Focus. We got to keep it, and then we got to switch. So now we're really thinking 5 plus 8. What's 5 plus 8? 13. This one's a little bit hard to see, but that's a -4. Switch. What's -4 plus 3?
-7.
-1. If you drew it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 negatives and 1, 2, 3 positives. These would become 0 and you're left with -1. Okay? So if you're not sure what to do, draw it out. Use a number line. Draw out pluses and minuses. Whatever it takes. 2 minus a -13. So 2 switch. What's 2 plus 13? 15. That wasn't so bad. So these next few want us to match the equivalent. 8 minus a -2. Which one is keep, switch? So it becomes 8 plus 2, right? Which one is 8 plus 2? B. Which one is keep, switch? So we would keep, switch. Which one looks like that? Careful. A starts with a -8, so D. We've done B and D, so I'm going to cancel those out. What is the opposite of 8? -2. So -8, we keep it. Switch. I would say A. I'm not keeping the sign the same. So I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the first, right? I'm switching to addition, so subtraction changes to addition, and the sign of the two changes. So we're adding the opposite. Subtraction is adding the opposite. Hey,
There's a few copies.
thank you.
Because I'm sharing with all of
What, by process of elimination, what has to be 13? C. If we kept the first, we switch here. It looks a lot like C, right?
Keep that on the screen.
DDAC.
Wait.
DDAC.
I'm
All right,
done.
we're gonna find each difference by rewriting these as a sum. So keep, I think it's silly to rewrite this one. What's 9 minus 4? 5. Okay. Fair enough. Let's do 15's fine. I'm sorry, 14's fine. I'm gonna do the even. You guys are gonna be responsible for the odd. So I'm keeping, and then I'm switching. So -5 plus a -5. God, I heard someone say -10. So if you're not sure, you could draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are no positives making them negative. So I simply have -10 when I combine them, right? My signs are the same, so I find the sum. Or I start at -5 on the number line and I move to the left 5, so I'm getting more negative. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can think about it. KISS, keep it, switch. So keep it, keep the -7, and then we're switching. So plus a +6. So we keep it, right? We kept the first, then we have to switch the next two signs. Switch. So negative becomes positive, negative becomes positive. Keep it, switch. The answer is -1. You could draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 6 positives. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These all become 0, so you're left with -1. You could think you're starting at -7 on the number line and moving to the right 6. Your signs are different, so you find the difference, right? That's our rule. So 7 minus 6 is 1. Our bigger number is negative. All right, are you ready to keep it, switch? So we're keeping it close, right? Then we're switching subtraction. That subtraction is becoming addition. What's the opposite of 12? -12. So your answer is -10. Question paper. You said 10, you were right. You found the difference, but your bigger number is negative. So you're ending up with a. You could draw it out, right? 2 pluses and 10 and 12 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these become 0. You're left with 10 negatives. All right, keep it. So we're keeping -11. We're switching. So our subtraction becomes positive. Our 24 is really a -24. If our signs are the same, we're finding the sum. Sum means to add them. 11 and 24 makes what? 35. And it is negative. Lots of chatter, guys. Stay focused with me. So keep it. We're going to keep -19. Switch. So we're switching our subtraction to addition, and we're thinking of our 19 as a negative 19.
Oh my. Negative 9.
If I drew these out, I'm just drawing a bunch of negatives, right? So it looks a lot like 22. Our signs are the same, so we find the sum. If I start at negative 19 and I move 19 to the left, where do I end up, Jaden? Close, but you forgot to carry that 1. So 9 and 9 is 18. So carry that 1 gives you 1, 2, 3, negative 38.
Today's 9/11.
It is. It's Monday, September 11th. It is my daughter's 9th birthday.
Wait, did I miss something?
Tell her
Which
I said
one?
happy birthday.
Thanks. Amelia. Amelia's 9 today.
I don't think. Oh, this is pretty messed up.
All right, 9 minus 14. Keep it. Switch, switch. So I'm thinking of that 14 as a negative 14.
Oh, I got it. 9 plus negative 14.
So if I drew this out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I have 14 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these become 0, right? And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. When my signs are different, I find the difference. 14 minus 9 is 5. Your bigger number was negative, so your answer is negative. So now we got to figure this out. We got to keep it, switch, switch. Not negative 4. Start at negative 4, move to the right 1. Good, from negative 5. And so we're comparing negative 5 with negative 3. Which one's bigger? Negative 3 is bigger. Remember, our bigger the negative, the lesser the number. Lesser?
Lesser is the word, yes.
All right. You've got quite a bit of time, and you've got these problems. Keep it, switch, switch, right? When you get done, you can work in your 2 Legit journal, or you can work ahead in Alex. Question. Yes, you may. Oh, man. All right.
No.
Use what you know to figure out the ones that we haven't done yet.